Welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what will happen today or the next 24 hours. I've got 7 groups for you to choose from. Group 1 is the COVID mask, or the mask, face mask. Group 2 is the sellotape. Group 3 is the perfume, the fragrance. Group 4 is the tarot card, it's the 7 of Cups. Group 5 is the iPod. Group 6 is the Amethyst. And Group 7 is the dictionary, the English dictionary. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can check out the information below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you who chose the mask. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. And then from the Black and Gold Edition tarot, you have the Two of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. This seems really positive for your career. I feel like there may be someone who reaches out about a job today, about a promotion, about an accomplishment, or about a raise, or just like a letter to say well done, you passed your probation period, or something like that, or well done, you passed your exam, or your practice exam, or something. Like in theory you're going to pass your driving test because you've done the practice one well, and soon you're going to be definitely driving. Like maybe your instructor's like really giving you a great review, and like, yeah, the way you pulled on the brakes was so good, like you really did it amazing, it was so safe, that maneuver was so safe, I'm so proud of you, you're such a good student. Or it's like, wow, I'm so happy I hired you, like you're the best employee I've ever had. And I also feel it's an energy for maybe you and your partner taking the next step in your relationship. Maybe both of you are applying for college together or something like that, or you're both applying for new jobs and celebrating together, or just talking about your achievements in life. Like you're both just at that age where you're achieving things and high-fiving each other and feeling really proud and having a great day. Maybe even earning a bit more money to go and spend and like going to celebrate. Doing some things you've always really wanted, or just making plans too. But also I feel like you might be finding the relationship's developing. Maybe you're having a baby and planning for that and trying to make the baby's room nice, and maybe hiring somebody to paint it and getting baby's clothes and getting all excited about your baby. And I feel like there is something that's like your baby that's developed and turned into something that is work for you, or is having potential to bring work in, or is finding you friends, or helping you to connect with people, like networking. Feels like there's something you're doing that's good, and it's like a step up, and you may have made one giant leap, I'm hearing, in a relationship or in a work setting. Like you worked on something and it was amazing, and it led you to some more success. Like you managed to take a step up because you did something that's like a stretch or a really good thing. Like you did something good, like communicate something bravely. It could be something like, will you go out with me? And you communicated it bravely, and the person was like, yeah, I will go out with you. And then you went out together and had a great date. And the next time it's like, will you go out with me again? Would you like to go out again? And they say yes. And it's like, yay, we have a relationship. And it's not just like a potential, like, will you go out with me? It's like, no, we went out on a couple dates already. Or we went out on a date and we're going out again tomorrow. It's got like that relationship is coming together and it's developing. I feel like if this is about a job, it's like you get a phone call from a recruitment agent about a job you've already spoken to them about, and they really like you, or you get a call back from the employer and they want you to start, like not just an interview, but it's like a trial shift and an interview. It's like, so we want you to come on Monday, and can you just like come as if you're going to start the job? We will be doing an interview and want to meet you, of course, but the interview's like a whole day of paid work. Is that okay? And you'll be like, yeah, actually, because I really need some money. Maybe they want to pay you the next day. Maybe they really want to talk to you about the job and see if you can handle it, and test your skills and see if you really know what you're doing. And by the end of the day, you feel like, actually, no, no longer do I feel like I can't maybe do one or two things at this job and I need to be taught. Maybe you no longer ask your manager over, like, hey, Susan, let's say, could you help me just find this part of the spreadsheet that I need to enter this into? Because I can't remember which box I meant to enter it into. It seems like by the end of the day, you no longer have to ask. Like, you just feel like, yay, I remember the box that I keep forgetting. I don't have to ask Susan. And then Susan's like, by the way, you did amazing today. Do you want to come back tomorrow? Because we want to give you the job. But also we think you're doing really well, so we might give you like an extra £1 an hour. Or like maybe a better title, like instead of like assistant data entry administrator or database administrator or something, it says database administrator. And you think, are you serious? Like I just upped a pay grade in one day. But something cute like that might happen where it's like you don't really think it's like a big deal. That you manage to know exactly which box you're meant to put the data in because it's just like, well, I was just doing my job. Actually impresses the manager and she thinks, well, the others are getting it wrong and having to ask me still. But you managed to figure it out before the end of the first day, so you're hired. And they're hired still because they didn't make a mistake. But you're like the one who's knowing what to do and doesn't need to be an assistant. And they're assistants and they get paid less. And you feel like, really? Like I actually did something well. I did something well, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Oh, I feel good about that. I feel good about that. You're going to feel like you can actually do more. For someone, you might find out about a job and they're literally talking to you about it and they're like, actually, do you know what? This seems really beneath you. Oh my God, like you've really done this before. You do this. Oh, well, I'll have to tell you about another job. Sorry, I don't know if you were attached to that one at all. And you were maybe thinking it would be really amazing and like, wow, it pays that much money. It's amazing, like it pays that much. And they tell you about something that sounds even better to you. It's like even more money and it doesn't sound that much harder. And you're like, wait, seriously, I could do that one. Or maybe they put you forward to both because you're like, well, I'm a bit shy. Like I'm still learning. Like I have learned that, but I'm not 100% sure about it. I might need some help here and there. And they say, well, no worries. We'll put you forward for both jobs. You get put forward for both and you get accepted for both. And maybe they just want you to like read the job description. Decide which one, and maybe they're like, I'm just going to be serious with you. The other one's going to be so boring for you, and I just really feel like you deserve more than like 40,000 a year. Like, no, you deserve 60,000 a year. Don't ever want you to have to accept 40. Like, why? Because, like, no offense, but the people doing that job are like half your age. I'm just going to be honest, we kind of need someone to whip them in shape a bit. So I know you're scared of responsibility, but it's okay, just know you're the most experienced here. You're more experienced than me, and if you ever want me to like pass on a message that's rude to the team, if you need to like say fire somebody because they're not doing the job properly, you as a supervisor can call me and I'm your assistant maybe, and I'm gonna go and fire them for you. Maybe you're thinking, what? Like this person's saying that I'm more superior to them suddenly and I've just joined the company. You might feel worried about it, but they're just like really reassuring, like, no, you got it. You're meant to be a leader. No, you're meant to be teaching us. Like, we don't know this as well as you. Didn't you realise? Like, how sweet you didn't realise. No, you're so humble. How lovely. No, you get a pay rise now because you're really sweet and humble. Oh, so sweet. Oh, bless you. Well, you're hired. Oh, it's just like a really nice day. Like, you're hired. How sweet. And then you make friends with your colleagues. After your first day, you go out for like a curry or something and a drink and a coffee, and you have like one colleague that takes you for a coffee and one that takes you for a lunch and one that takes you for an after work drink, and then you get invited to so-and-so's wedding next month already because they're like, hey, you seem really cool, why don't you come? Because I'm just in a good mood today, like I want to share. Someone wants to share today, and I'm feeling someone that's like a tailor and it's your tailor. This is really specific and random, but you go to the tailor and you get work done. And they're kind of just like sweetly offering, like, you see your top, like, you know, your top could just like fit you a bit better in the arms. Like, do you want me to show you how to do it? Only thing is, I know you've been like doing some alterations to your clothes. And I've been looking for a tailor's assistant and I actually think you're really good, but there's one thing that you don't know how to do. I'm just like so annoyed when I look at your coat fit. Can I just like be really honest with you and say, I just want to show you how to fix your armhole sleeves because you sew them not very well. And if you just sew them tighter, or like you're always buying clothes that are baggy and they're baggy in the arms, if you were to just sew it up here, you would have such a better fit. Like, just wait. Maybe you go shopping and you have a tailor that's like, just trust me. Just trust me on what I'm gonna do with the fit. Oh my god, just wait, just wait, just wait. They sew it for you in like 3 hours. And you come back to the shop and you're like, oh my god, this is the most beautiful fit I've ever seen. And you're like, hey, could you just, look, if you ever have time, can I just take all my clothes to you and you just tailor them all? Because I'm gonna just love everything now, aren't I? Like, I just need fabric and I bring it to you and you make me something. Oh my god, bestie, I love you. And it starts like a trade partnership where you have money for this person and you're interested in their work. And their work's amazing. And they're like really cool person as well. Like, they're really just helpful. Like, yo, by the way, the shoulders ain't fitting. Like, yes, you get your sleeves taken up and cool, that's nice, but your shoulders, like, bro, what about the shoulders? I'll do it for free, it's not going to cost you more, but just let me do the shoulders, please. And you look so attractive with the shoulders taken in, of course, they know what they're doing. Like, there's someone who knows what they're doing today. They might offer you a freebie or a helping hand or something. Like, wait, that's really cool and all, I see you doing that and that's cool and it's working for you. But do you know there's a keyboard shortcut for that? Can I just show you? I know you're gonna love me forever. Okay, so all you have to do is... And they're like, you just save me 6 hours a day. And you're like, I know, bro. I learned that on the first day, bro. That's the first day knowledge, bro. I feel like it's a great day for you to make friends. And it's a great day for you to get work. So if you are looking for a job, it's a great day to just call people, like call your friends and be like, hey, do you know of any jobs? Or call agencies, call the recruiter, just like try and reach out, email people. And be like flexible and willing to work with them. Because I feel like if you are like, oh, I'm flexible, I don't have to do like data entry. No, it's cool, I can do managing. They might just give you a better job that pays better and you'll like it more. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. And if you'd like a personal reading, the information will be below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Sellotape. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Cancer. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring and loving. It may concern family, a mother or child. Then from the Black and Gold Edition tarot, you have Five of Swords. A Page of Cups. It feels like there's something that you're focused on today that might be a bit unpleasant or negative for you or less useful for you to focus on than something else. It might feel like you have to fight a battle and like you should engage with the more stressful people, like people who are annoyed with you, people who are pissed off with you, people who want to fight with you. You might feel very triggered by them and very engaged with them and very angry and hostile about them in a way that makes you want to go towards them and focus on that situation, whether it's to solve the problem with communication or to fight or to walk away. It just feels like your main focus is probably the situation that's like negative for you. Maybe not something that feels a bit more fun or a bit more happy or a bit more soft. A bit more lighthearted. It's like maybe the person who's being really sweet with you, like, hey friend, how are you doing? You just ignore that one. But the one that's like, oh my god, you didn't text me, I'm so annoyed, you're like dead to me, you're a shit friend, I hate you. Maybe you replied to that and it puts you in a bad mood and you could have just not replied to that friend at all, quote unquote friend. You could have just left them, you could have just left them on read or thought, oh, I'm deleting this message, I'm not even reading it. And instead replied to the, hey, how are you today? Kind of sweet message. Because that one probably would have led to a better conversation and like a better mood for the day. So with yourself as well, I feel like there's ways you can react and one's like, here, I don't mind doing that for you. I don't mind helping, or I don't mind waiting, or it's not a problem at all. Or, oh, I'm so sorry, I just need to explain this, this and this and apologise. But instead you might be inclined to do something like, oh, well, it's your fault anyway, like, how could you do this? That's why I did this. Like, oh, bitch. And I feel like you may be not necessarily doing the right thing by reacting that way. It also feels like if you do react really kind and you're like, say someone's angry with you and they're angry with you maybe for what seems no reason. Like, they're just angry. I'm hearing for someone it's their mother or their sister or their child as well. Your child could just be in a bad mood. And the more you try and be like, oh, what's wrong? The more you're like rewarding their bad mood. And they might just be in a bad mood, like they haven't slept enough and they're grumpy. And you asking them what's wrong is like annoying them more actually, and it's just making them feel annoyed because they actually just don't really feel in the mood. Or they're just in a bad mood and they just don't want to talk to you actually. And it's like you asking what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong is actually making the situation worse. And also if you do have someone who like walks all over you and maybe steals from you or abuses you, it's not really good if you ask like, oh, why do you abuse me? Like, why would you do this to me? Like, that's just too sweet. You shouldn't be so sweet. You shouldn't be so loving of people or like trying to have an emotionally rich conversation. When they've already said, I'm going to harm you if you touch me again, like, or I dislike you, get away from me, or I hate you, leave me alone. It's not really good for you to be like, oh, but why? What's wrong? And try and cuddle them. Because, like, one, it is annoying for them. But two, it also makes you, like, a bit like their bitch. And I don't want to say it in that way, but it is, like, a bit like you stay cry and cry and cry and cry about them hurting you. And that's your entire focus on life is now them hurting you. And not something else, like, maybe you could have said something to them that made them feel happy. It might have been something as simple as like, "Aw, how sad it is that you can't feel the love that I have for you. But anyway, for self-protection reasons, I'm gonna go home and I hope you don't get in the same bad mood ever. But I don't think we should speak anymore." That's more likely to get a sweet apology from them like, "Oh, fuck, that was like my best friend. I can't believe I got so angry and like ruined it." Rather than you get a bit too keen to like fix things with them. Like, don't worry, you spilt your drink, I'll clean it up. Don't worry, you punched me in the face, I'll take it and just deal with it. Don't worry, I'll forgive you. I'll come back next time and ask you what's wrong. I'm sorry if that's triggering, but I do feel like someone it's just time to walk away. And it's like someone who's kept you. They've kept you in their grip. Someone may have used a pregnancy that was fake to try and trap you, or that might be something that they're trying to do. Do be careful if it's like a manipulation tactic from your ex. It's something like, hey, so I just found out I'm pregnant, or we're pregnant. Might not even be your baby or something. Or the person might come back with, so I know I was really bad yesterday. I'm so sorry and I've changed. And you might want to accept their apology and you might want to be sweet to them. You might want to not be really dismissive and think, oh, I hear them out. Actually, if you let them back in, they're just going to hurt you again. And they're going to damage that sweet part of you that is allowed to give people second chances. And next time with them, it's going to be like, no. And actually, I need a restraining order because they keep doing the same things. And the next person who wants to love you and come in, you might just not even trust them. Like, they love you and they're sorry that you don't trust them. And it's like you can't even accept love from a new person if you're going to keep giving love to someone who's so toxic to you, I feel like. And it could be a family member, it doesn't have to be a partner, it could be a friend. I also feel like there's something that seems really dangerous. It's actually not that dangerous, it seems quite safe and you're feeling alone. You're feeling like you're fighting alone and you're really stressed and you have a lot of negative emotions to deal with alone. I feel like actually there's a person who cares about you. This person may be pansexual. This person could be Pisces, this person could be Scorpio, they could be Cancer, they could be Aries, Leo, or I'm hearing like fiery Sagittarius, but they have like a soft side. This person seems gentle and caring. They're very fashionable and good looking and like really gorgeous and sweet. And I feel like they make you feel like a bit watery, like you might cry or blush or like, oh, you're gonna make me cry, and kind of like, oh, they're like so romantic and sweet. Or maybe like if you're female, they make you wet or something, or they make you weep with joy every time you see their name on your phone. I feel like you might be feeling really negative and defeated, and this person comes through with like a pick-me-up. It's like, hey, I know you haven't got any money for dinner today, so I'm gonna get you a dinner on the way home. Like, hey, don't worry, maybe it's like one of your flatmates. And he or she is just like, hey, I know you don't have food, would you like half my food? Like, I cook some food. Maybe you're all prepared to feel really stressed, and for someone I'm feeling you're getting really to the point where you just feel like, like I hate everyone, I'm in such a bad mood for the day. Like you just feel like targeted by everyone. Maybe you brought lunch to work and someone stole it even and you didn't have any lunch at home. Or you had bread at home but someone stole your bread. And you get home and you're like, I haven't got any bread. One of your flatmates is just like, bestie, I didn't steal your bread. I don't know who did. And you're just like, oh, you're so sweet, you actually have bread. It's really nice to be like, oh, you're so sweet, you have bread. Instead of being like, I knew you stole my bread. They're like, no, I didn't, because you can see I've had mine for like 4 days. You remember when I bought this 4 days ago? It's the same bread, and it's like going off tomorrow. You can eat as much as you want. I'm not sure who stole your bread. It's like the culprit's going to come in any minute probably and like apologize, like, I'm so sorry. Can I have some of your bread as well, by the way? Like, since you said it's going off, I stole your bread and I'm going to eat your bread. Hee 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 hee. Like, you might want to not help those people so much today. The people who are like, I stole your bread and can I eat all of this gone off bread that's not gone off yet but it's going off tomorrow, that maybe 3 people need to share. It's like they're the kind of person where they'll say, and that's mine too, and that one. And you might want to stop being accommodating with them, giving them another chance. Like, well, their feelings are hurt because you don't like them and it's your fault, and you are so mean because you don't like the mean person. Actually, you're not mean if you don't like the mean person. You're not mean if you want to cut off the mean person. You're not mean if your hurt feelings are saying just don't ever talk to them again. And you're especially not mean if you did the good thing and said like, hey, I had a really fun time last night, but I don't want to see you again. Thanks. Bye. And like block their number rather than just ignoring them forever. Like, you might have done something really sweet, but you don't really realize, and the person's annoyed anyway. It's like they just want more of your sweetness, actually. Like, they're just a bit addicted to it, maybe. And they know if they get angry enough at you, you're going to be like, oh, what's wrong? So you just try not to reward bad behavior with sweetness. And instead try and ignore the bad behavior that others do, and don't reward their bad behavior by your energy and your attention. Like, don't give them attention if they're behaving bad, especially if it's a baby. Because your baby doesn't know. It's just like, what do you respond to? And if you ignore them when they're quiet and well behaved, but give them loads and loads and loads of attention when they're angry, you're going to teach that child when they grow up that they should be angry with everyone all the time and annoy everyone all the time and never stay quiet. And it's going to be probably annoying for you more than everyone else because you're the one who has to live with your child the most. So I'm just going to say, don't train people wrong, like in the wrong way. If you have a child or a dog or something, it feels like you need to use kindness and not force, but also you should maybe ignore their bad behavior more in a way that's not like giving it attention, but rather treating it as like, maybe if it's a dog and they've pooed in the house, you just like put them outside and teach them to poo outside, because it's like, well, you meant to poo outside, so I put you outside because you seem to want to poo. It's not out of hate and it's not out of a lack of love. It's more like you should reward the dog when the dog gets it and goes outside. Like, the dog went outside with you and the dog did a poo outside. Well, that's really good. Now the dog is going to learn next time they won't poo in the house. So I feel like if you do have bad behavior from a friend or a colleague or someone, you can maybe do something to talk to them about it. Like, hey, so you've been doing something recently, which is like putting all your stuff on my desk. And I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm like really cramped on my desk. And also, I wonder if you stole my strawberry sweets yesterday. You might want to talk to them and they're like, yeah, so I'm just like really new here and I just thought the strawberry sweets were for like pass around. Maybe you think there's no point in ever talking to this person honestly and sweetly again because they know they've been here for 17 months and that was not a pass around sweet. That was like your sweets with your name on it. And you know you tried to like make sure your desk and their desk were a bit separate, but they just came on your desk anyway. It's kind of one where you maybe just need to cut your losses and focus on what you can focus on. Anyway, I feel like you're going to get a sweet communication today. But again, it might be too little too late. It might be annoying. It might be so annoying that you just think, oh, fuck off. Like, whatever they say, it just makes you say, oh, fuck off. It might be a better way to react to it, but this person doesn't deserve it. Actually, they maybe just deserve to be blocked. And maybe someone else deserves your attention, and if you just ignore the lot of aggressive bullies in your life, like horrible people who I feel like you might have in your life, you'll find someone really sweet who's good. And also if you ignore things that maybe... I'm seeing for someone that they maybe feel personally attacked by something that they shouldn't. It's like I feel like someone else is upset with your behaviour maybe because you might have done something like shout at them. And instead of you realizing like your loud voice has maybe upset them when you shouted at them, you've maybe shouted at them some more and thought you won, like you won the argument. But it's more like you should go and apologize, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was shouting at so and so. Were you upset? I'm so sorry. You got upset? I'm sorry. You know, I didn't mean to shout like that. I didn't mean to. I'm really sorry. Nah, I need to like, I don't know, I need to like sort out my anger or something. Like there's ways of dealing with a situation where you might get better results. But you have options. And the options are like emotional options, and it's all tangled up in your emotions. And there's certain plans you can have to like get out of plans without being a liar or without being honest about things, whether it's like honestly you don't like the person, you don't want to go, whether it's honestly you've had such a bad date yesterday that you're crying, you're like really upset because someone you were head over heels with didn't want to call you back, or maybe it's like too embarrassing to tell your friend that and you just want to say no, sorry, I can't come out because I just can't come out, and you just don't want to tell them what's going on. Maybe you're just like shopping and you're busy and I don't know, and you just want to make up, not a white lie, but it feels like maybe the day that someone will make up, like it's not really a white lie, it's more like a serious lie. It's like a kind of lie that helps you get away from someone who you need to get away from. And you may have help, like someone else who's like assisting you. Like, don't worry, I'll cover for you. I'll cover for you if your abusive ex comes looking for you. I'll just say you're not here. You might have someone who's really kind and helpful like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel. And if you're interested in personal readings, the information will be below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Perfume. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. Then from the Black and Gold Edition Tarot, you have Judgment and the Star. Seems like there's something big that you're very nervous about today. And it feels quite a big deal. It feels like you're either waiting anxiously with lots of people for an announcement, or news, or results, or feedback, or a follow-up, or something like that, like to find out if you got the job, or find out if you got into college, or to find out if you got the place you want to live in, or you are waiting to find out if someone wants to return your phone call who you're like really hoping to hear from. Feels like a big moment and you're anxious. And it feels like it ends up being not as anxiety inducing as you think. Even if it doesn't go the way you want it to, I feel like you do have some like positive feelings and excitement about how big it is. So it's like it's showing you care about something. And it's maybe something that you're like daydreaming about and it's something you really want. So it's like a job. It's kind of like a big moment for you and you're like, hey, please tell me I got this job, please. And it means something to you that you're not indifferent about it. It's not just like any old job. It's not just like, well, I guess if I don't find a better job, that one will do. More like, no, this is the perfect one. And you mean really business to even apply for it. And to even get a call back or something like that. It's like the fact that you're even getting an interview is a sign that you're like one step closer to a big goal. It's a very hopeful thing. Like the fact that you can even have this person's number, like maybe someone really cute gave you their number, or you have like an opportunity to call someone back and they're really attractive, they're really sweet and they're really amazing, and you feel nervous to even call them, like if you're the one giving the announcement, which is like calling somebody because they gave you their number. You might be really surprised that they're like really excited to see you and they've been thinking, wow, I've been so dying to hear from you. You might be returning their message even. Maybe there are loads of other people who are dying to hear from you, and this person wasn't acting so dying to hear from you. Maybe their message was really cool, just like, hey, you up? And it's like nothing major, like, what's up, you alright? But maybe because they're major to you, you feel like, I'm going to reply to this one. I have no time today, but I'm going to reply tomorrow morning as soon as I wake up. I'm going to reply, and you'll be really, really surprised that they actually really like you, and they're not that cool about you. They're a bit more intensely excited, and like your message wakes them up out of bed. And they're like, oh my god, so-and-so replied. And they get right up out of bed and they say, oh my God, your message brought me so much happiness today. Like, you brought me out of bed and you made my day. And that's the best news I've heard. Like, even if it's the job, you might be like, oh my God, that's the best news I've had in a lifetime. If it's like you've got the job. Even if you just got a call back for an interview, I feel like you might be strangely open and strangely honest because you're like really nervous and so excited. You might be a bit in a two minds about how to react as well. Like, should you scream? Should you try and play it cool? Should you show your excitement? Should you try and be really, 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 really detached? How should you play it? I feel like someone may be calling you and it's... For someone, it's like an England number and you don't live in England. If you do live in England, it's like a local person. They're really exciting, or it's someone you've been waiting for ages to hear from, like a job in your local neighbourhood or something like that. It feels like it's like a big result, this person replying to you, or something. Like, there's loads of other people who want this person to talk to them, but they're talking to you, and they're giving you your message, and I'm hearing like resonating with you, or talking only to you. Like, for someone, you might meet a celebrity today or something, and you're in like a whole bus or train load of people who are all like, oh my God, celebrity name. Oh my God, can I get an autograph? And you're just like, oh my God, I love you. I love your music, or I love your photographs, or I love your fashion photography shoots. I love your modeling shows. I love your acting work. You just compliment them. I love your books, or whatever it is. And they speak to you directly to you like, hey, you're gorgeous. And you should never do this. You should only ever, 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 ever accept the very best in life. Like, you're something different, you. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like we've met before and I'm really a big fan or something. You're like, oh my God, I make shoes. Did you see my shoes on Instagram? Because, like, I would love if you wanted to, like, model my shoes, or... I don't know, I just love your photography. And maybe it's like you're really nervous. Maybe they're like, no, I don't have time at the moment. But you're so sweet, and it just makes your day. And it's like, well, they said no. They really said no to you having free photography done for your shoes, and you don't know why you asked. You think, oh my God, did I really ask my favourite photographer to just take pictures for my brand, like not even offering payment? Like, fuck, how embarrassing. But maybe then they actually follow you back on Instagram and they're like, hey... So I can't do any photos right now, but I just wanted to like shout out your brand on my story because like I love you so much, and also you're really pretty. Do you want to go on a date, or do you want to be friends? Like, you seem really cool. We should be friends, and I really need some shoes for a photograph. So it's not like I'll be like working for your brand, but if you want, you could like come down. And also, would you want to model? Like, you're really pretty. I'm just wondering, like, since I'm a photographer, I might like to take pictures of you. You'd be surprised how many people would be like messaging this, say it's a photographer, like, can I just please get some pictures? I'll pay you £600 an hour. Like, please, please take pictures of me. And this person for you is like willing to just want to take pictures of you because you're inspiring to them. Like, I feel like you might be a musician's muse. Ooh, are you Pisces or they're Pisces? Someone, you're Pisces. You're thinking, oh, please, please let it be for me. Please let this song be the one about me. And it is. And you're listening. And it's like so about you, and they're looking just at you. And there's like other people that want this song to be about them, or want this musician to notice them, but they're just like singing about you. They're singing about you, and maybe you go and see someone. Do you go and see... have you got a concert to go and see today? I feel like someone is going to see a concert, and they've got their best fragrance on, and you're probably a female. You've got your best fragrance on. He's male. You're looking so good. And you're in like a bit of a dreamy... I'm seeing someone's got like some goth makeup. This might be like a rock star. And he's like a bit goth. And his style's like goth. And he's like matching you. You've got like some dark eyeliner on and some mascara. Otherwise you look a bit natural. And your features are looking natural. And you have like stunning face. And he just notices you and he's like, wow. Can I just talk to you for a minute? Like, wow, I've seen you before and I really like you. Like, you always come to my gigs. You're so inspiring. Like, your face is like my muse. Maybe you don't know anything much about him, but it's just like a wow moment. Like, oh my God, my favourite star just noticed me. I think so cute. Like, yay, that's so cute. You just feel so happy because it's like a big moment. It might be really scary as well, I feel like.
Like, they're a famous musician and you're intimidated by them, or they're a famous actor, or they're like your favorite YouTuber or something. And for some reason, like, you're nervous and shy, and their eyes say that they haven't had sleep in like 6 years, and they're fucking angry, and they're like in a bad mood with everyone else. Like, especially the rest of the show, they might be all like booing. And you don't notice because you're cheering so loud. But this person's like having not a bad show, and it's just because of you. Like, everyone else is so disengaged. And you're like, yeah, yeah, I love you. And you don't know if you should be shy or scream, but you don't realize you are just like screaming and having the best time of your life. And this musician just looks right at you like, girl screaming, I love you. And you think they're going to say, get a fucking life or something. But instead they say, I love you, you're beautiful. And you think, oh my God. And then maybe others start getting excited into the show and your friends are like Snapchatting it. And you just have the best night ever and you feel like famous for like 5 minutes. For someone, you might be getting a bit famous, like maybe you make music and your music's getting a bit of an algorithm push. And it's like everyone in the UK is like, please, Radio 1, please play this song again. Like, play that again, play it again, play it again. Oh, what was that song you were playing earlier? Play it again. And you find that all your friends are like playing your song. And you go out the street and people are playing your song. And it feels like a dream. You might wonder if you're dreaming this morning. Like, you might wake up to phone calls and it's like your ex saying, oh my God, I just heard you on Radio 1. You're like, what? Well, oh my God, your ex released that song and it's like charting. Like, oh my God, do you remember your ex? Like that band player? Well, he's like famous now. Oh my God. I'm sorry, that's someone's friendship group this morning and you're like, what am I dreaming? I'm like, what? I just thought it was a normal Tuesday. I haven't even slept well. I've slept for like 3 hours. You mean like my face is on his Instagram and he put devoted to, and your name's like Kylie or something. And he put devoted to Kylie with a heart and you're just like, oh my God. And you're not mortified. You're not embarrassed. You're like really excited. Oh my God, I can't believe it's a dream come true. Especially if you make music as well or something. Because other people are like, finally, some good music. If this person just like shares your music. Or if they share your shoes or they share your channel or whatever, this person who's got like maybe a bigger platform than you and it's like more famous and they just like you, they happen to like you and see potential in you and share you and share your work and draw attention to you. Feels like their audience are like pretty much so happy that you're being shown to them. Like, wow, I've been looking for shoes just like this. Oh my God, purchased. It just makes you so happy and it makes them happy. It feels like your big moment, like your big break for someone. Like, it's really deep and it's really powerful. And maybe you just thought it was like a simple phone call you're making this morning. It's like, hey, do you still have that apartment? Is it still going? And then there's like 60 other people that still want the apartment, but you're the first one to call. And they're like, yes, it's the last one. You're like, oh my God, I hope I get this apartment. I hope I get this apartment. You're like, well, I'm really up early. So do you have any viewings today? They're like, yes, actually, you can come at 10 a.m. And you go at 10 a.m., you make an offer, you get the place, and then everyone else wants the place. And they're like, yo, I just want to make sure you can afford the deposit because everyone else is wanting this place now and I'm getting loads of higher offers, but just to make sure I've agreed to your offer. And I'm going to take your offer still, so yeah, if you want to make the deposit, it's all yours. And you just feel so grateful. I feel like really grateful energy from you. And everything's really perfect, and I feel like whatever's going well for you, whatever's being heard well or seen well or received well, or whatever big announcement you've got to make or whatever big phone call you've got to make or whatever you're nervous about, I feel like there's a way to turn the nerves into excitement. And there's a way to channel that energy of excitement and nerves into something productive and useful if you're like waiting around. And like to maximize the platform you're on. So like if you do something like, I don't know, like fashion photography, and your friend is a model, and your friend's like shouting about how great your photos of her are, or just your photos in general, or photos of him, then I feel like you might find that you want to spend the rest of the day just like taking photos. And you don't know why you did that today and not any other day, but it's because it's actually going to go well today. Like today is just the day to do it. You feel creatively inspired. There may be something from the past that you haven't talked about recently or you haven't reminded yourself of, or maybe you haven't reminded someone else of. Maybe they phone you today and you were just thinking, oh, I need to remind so-and-so because we need to like close that deal on that property or something. Like I just have to speak to so-and-so. They've got the paperwork. And then so-and-so calls you. It's like, mate, I just forgot the paperwork. I was meant to give that to you. Are you in the office? Or can I scan it and send it to you right now? And you're thinking, yes, please. We're going to get commission today, aren't we, bro? And they're like, yay, high five. And you're both just like on the same team. Like I really feel that energy of you're on the same team. And someone's calling someone, it's like, finally, thank you so much, thank you, I'm so grateful, this feels like a dream come true, like, I'm just so grateful, you have no idea. And their words are serious to you, it's like, can you start next Monday, because we really need you, and I'm going to pay you every Friday. Like, yes, absolutely, and you know not to scream, but to be silent. As soon as they turn the phone off, you're like, yeah! Even on your own, like, just in your own home. Then you maybe think, must buy a cute outfit for work on Monday. And you think, no, I don't need a cute outfit. I just need to feel confident in what I have. Maybe I just need to sew up the trousers so they're not 1 inch too long. Or something small like that. It's like just put a little bit of work in. A little bit of love, and maybe you don't even think it's work. You just think, important, must do this thing on my to-do list. And it's really helpful for your bigger goals. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. This seems like a great day for you. How exciting and fun. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel. And if you like a personal reading, the information is linked below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the 7 of Cups card. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Mercury, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. From the Black and Gold Edition tarot, you have Ace of Wands and the 7 of Wands. I feel interested in telling you this first message because it feels like really important. Like there's someone from your life who you want to talk to and you feel like it's good to talk to and you feel thumbs up, like it's okay to talk to this person. You may not have seen them for many years. They seem to have like a youthful face. Maybe have like a very old partner or a very old father who they're still with. Like they still hang around or still live there, or they still have a really close friendship, or they're still with their partner who's like 40 years older than them. Something like that is coming through about a friend. And you think this person might be like, alright to chat to. Like, they're not that bad. They're maybe kind of funny. I feel like you maybe have some, like, witty communications with them sometimes. I feel like once you start talking to them, you just feel like, oh no, like, why did I talk to this person? They're so annoying. Or like, God, they say so many rude things and I just have to just deflect. It's like maybe you're in your pajamas and they message like, oh, I remember you. I bet you're in your pajamas right now, you lazy shit. And you think, why did I think this person was okay? Like, why? And I feel like you're going to start to see like little devil horns on them. And they're just like laughing while they do their little devil's horn face. And you just watch them turn into like someone you hate who's like your bestie, but not your bestie. And not like hit them or hate them because you hate them and you're meant to like hate the same enemy. Or rather you see them like linking arms and smiling. This person might communicate with you today and you think it's like an independent, cool conversation, like they're just checking in and wanting to see how you're doing. It might actually be there's like some secret, mysterious other friends who maybe you don't speak to anymore, but this person's been sent to like gossip with them about you, and it's like they know you still talk to this person and they know this person and they just want to say, oh, you know so-and-so didn't block you. Well, why don't you just check in and see how so-and-so is doing? And you think it's a good idea, like, cool, I haven't heard from so-and-so for ages. You start talking only to just dislike them and dislike the other people because you can kind of see them. Like, I don't know if they say something like, so have you spoken to so-and-so recently? And you think, oh God, no, I haven't. I don't want to answer that question because it's like they're shit-stirring more. Are they shit-stirring? It feels like you have a little bit of a situation that's a bit difficult to manage. It's like you started it. Like you started the communication. You started whatever you were doing. Say it's like a job. Like you agreed to the job and maybe it's like really intense like customer service. or really fast like chef job where you have like 100 plates to make a day or something like that, and you feel like, yeah, I could do it. I know I can do this. And you actually feel like really overwhelmed once you start doing it. It's not to say you can't do it, it's not good to say you can't, but you may just need some help with things, or you may find that you're a bit rushed off your feet, or you just feel like a bit stressed and you thought you could manage it and it'd be fun. And that's the thing, is like you thought it'd be fun, but it's too much. Maybe you thought you could go to the gym before work and after work. The before work one was like really fun. And the after work one just feels like you went gym after gym because you already had such a long day, and maybe you had like boxes to package all day at work, like heavy lifting to do, and you were like moving an office around and like lifting chairs. It feels like you have choices about what you say yes to and what you say no to today. And it's pretty easy once you think about it, but you need to think on your own and not let these other people's choices or opinions affect you. Feels like you'd be better off just doing like online research and ignoring everyone else's voices. And I do feel like their voices are kind of annoying and their opinions are kind of annoying. And even when they give you space to think, they're like, yeah, yeah. And it's kind of like their tone might be affecting you, because then they're like, yeah, yeah, that sounds good. And then 1 minute they're like, pooing on your plans. You don't have to say anything even while you're working out your thoughts. But they're very obvious, like their body language is obvious. Like you're thinking, shall we make pasta or pizza? Like, whatever you want, I don't know. Whilst they're just like looking at the pizza and like smiling at you. You say, okay, pasta, and they're like, I don't really like pasta. You're thinking, why did I ask you? Like, I should have just dealt with it and say you're not getting a choice today. You're just getting what you get and it's pasta. Like, no more choices. So instead of saying like, yeah, I could maybe do fitting in, like to your boss, maybe you're thinking like, I could fit in doing your laundry today, and then you actually change your mind. You're like, no, why did I say yes? Do I get paid more? Do I get a promotion? Is my boss just laughing at me? Actually, I don't think you get paid more or promotion. I don't think your boss is laughing at you, but it's more like, if you're willing to do all of the extra work, then I'm just going to give it to you actually until you say no. Someone's testing you like that today. Like, are you going to say yes? Like, at what point do you just say no? At what point do you think, oh, too much? That was too far. At what point do you just get really far away from them? There might be someone you do need to do that with today, and maybe you did communicate. Maybe it's something like you're going to see someone, if they're booked a meeting with you. Maybe there's meeting all on plan and all on track, and you agree to go there at a certain time. It's like, say it's like 1 p.m, we still on for 1 p.m. And you're texting them and they're texting you. And you get to like maybe 1:05, and this person's running late and you're not sure when they're going to be there. Maybe they don't turn up for like 15 minutes. And you said you'll wait for them because they said 15 minutes. Maybe it gets to like 17 minutes and they're still not there. And you wonder if you should text them again, and you don't immediately because you're just like wondering, like, should I? Shouldn't I? You don't text them because you're like fighting the urge to just text them. Be like, hey, how much longer are you going to be? Maybe you're not fighting that urge. Maybe you're fighting the urge to be like, you're so annoying. You're always late. Or like, excuse me, I've been here for 15 minutes waiting and I don't have any longer. I'm going to have to go in a minute and we'll have to rearrange this for another day. Maybe you really want to say that, but instead you're like, yeah, it's fine, I'll wait, I don't mind. And you get to the point where you do just scream at them and you like cut off the business connection or the friendship. I feel like there could have been an easier communication. And it's like, maybe you're there at 1 p.m. and you're like, I'm here, let me know if there's any problems. And maybe they get back to you quicker, like not 1:05, but 1:01 to say, oh, I'm still on the tube and I believe I'm like half an hour away, but I'm not really sure. Would you want to rearrange? And you might be like, yes, actually I do. But we'll just leave it up to you to rearrange when you're free. And yeah, we'll rearrange another day. Maybe for you don't think the meeting's even worth waiting for. Like maybe you're meeting with someone to buy a property. You think they're a time waster anyway, or their offer for the property is like lower than someone else's? Or you just feel like not dealing with that today anyway, like you just don't think that it's that important today. It feels like a good day to say no. And do you feel like you're going to be really stressed and put upon at some point today? There's too many things to do. You might even have too many browser windows open, or too many spreadsheets open. Too many tasks on your to-do list, and you're trying to like flick between doing like the monthly expenses and the payroll and the budget, and then writing an email to someone that's really important, and then doing something that's like a personal thing that you're trying to figure out in your head. Maybe you're trying to write a letter to someone that's like really important, or trying to write a communication to someone that's really important. But everyone keeps laughing around you, and like there's this distracting people energy. It's like you're just fine if you're just focused on what you're doing. But then people start calling you or talking to you or harassing you. And you get distracted and you get in a bad mood. And you're not just like, yes, I can do that for you, no problem. You're more like, I just say I can't do that. I'm a bit overwhelmed now. I've got too many things. I've said to you, yes, and I've said to them, yes, and now I can't do it. And it feels like you might have to not say no or cancel, but just kind of like put the pressure on you to achieve something, to get there on time, to do something on time, to speak to somebody, to figure something out on time. But at the same time, you also maybe have a bit of a pressure to like get out of something on time. Like you've got 16 people like, oh, please can you do this for me? Please can you do this for me? Please can you do this for me? At work, and you've already booked like an early half day because you've got the dentist or something. Might have to keep reminding them, like, can you just look in the calendar? I'm really busy. Like, just look at my schedule. I'm on leave now, okay? You're like wasting my leave. You're making me late for the dentist. Bye. It feels like you can tell people things in a way that is very firm and strong and states your position without it being really flustered and frustrated and a product of the stress you're dealing with. Because I do see, despite any stress you're dealing with, you are okay. You do have a strong position. It doesn't really feel like that because you have to do quite a big maneuver to protect your position. Like there's something you need to do. There's some action you need to take. You need to communicate, or you need to fight, or you need to research, or you need to communicate with too many people for it to be really easy and like feasible for you to do it today. But long run, it feels like you can keep running like long distance. But it's just kind of difficult to maintain the energy. So with what you're doing, you might find morning is really good. Like when you come to your work in the morning, or when you come to the communication you need to send, or the people you need to talk to, the communication is really clear, like first thing it's clear. And everything's really good and it goes really easy for you and you have a good day. It all feels like a big thumbs up, but then by the end of the day you might just feel like, oh, I've done too much and I haven't eaten. I haven't even had a break, like God, and now I've got 6 other things to do. Should I just cancel? It's like draining for you, the thinking like, should I cancel? Should I still do that? Sometimes it's like, should I eat lunch now? Should I eat lunch later? It feels like you're very spontaneous and you're doing things spontaneously. That's good for you, but you might want to make a plan. And it might get completely ignored because it has to, and maybe that's because of other people. But I still feel like it might be good to make a plan and maybe say no to everything that doesn't fall in line with your plan. Even if other people actually do end up kind of like stealing your priorities today. Might be like you would want to say no to something today, but maybe you've got like a friend who's moving to Russia and you really have like no other opportunity to see them. I feel like you might end up regretting it. So maybe try and talk to them on the phone first and see if you hate their texts. If you hate their phone calls, then you might hate their presence. If you love their phone calls and texts, then you might actually love their presence. Might be like the last opportunity to see them for 7 months. And it might kind of ruin the good connection or spark you have if you don't like continue the conversation. Continue communication, and I feel like if you say no to somebody who's like that busy and they don't have any other days for 7 months, you might spend 7 months daydreaming about them only to find that they don't come back from Russia in 7 months or wherever they went in 7 months. It just feels like they've got too many other people to deal with, too many other things to deal with, and it's like they've just got to deal with it on the moment it comes up. That's for you as well, really important. Like if something comes up, just deal with it today, now. Don't spend any time thinking about it, just do it right now. It's time for physical action. You might want some exercise, or you might need to do something physical like building something, or carrying a heavy package, or fighting, defending yourself, or arguing in some way, and it's like physically draining. Anyway, I think you're going to have a good day overall. It's just a bit tiring. It's a bit much to do. And you maybe don't feel like people are on side as much as you like. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Also, if you like personal reading, the information will be below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the iPod. Let's see what cards you have. In the astrology reading cards, you have the second house, your assets, finances, and the things that you value. And from the Black and Gold Edition tarot, you have the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. It seems like there's something you're concerned about with regards to money today, and it seems like you have like a big purchase to make. And you don't really want to, it's like something you just don't really want to spend money on. Like say you don't have a car and you need a car because you can't keep walking to work or there's no public transport, like the train keeps being delayed. When you do have the money, it's just like you would prefer to keep the few thousand that you have and not buy a car. Maybe even if it's like a few hundred and it's a cheap one, you just don't want to buy it. Maybe even if it's your dream car and you've been saving up for ages, you just would prefer to not buy it now. I also feel like there may be loads of things that you have, that you're collecting, that you don't want to sell, but actually for you to be keeping them, it's like you're ignoring a financial problem that may become a reality. For someone, it's like you might become homeless if you don't just like sell everything. Maybe you do want to get the car because the car is like maybe going to be your home. Sorry, I've got to go answer the phone. Sorry, my phone rang and I had to go and get it. It feels like you do have to like run around and go and get it today. And you might feel like you can't really cope with it and you might feel like you're running yourself around in circles. And like maybe you're exhausting everywhere that you should try for solutions. Or maybe you've tried to apply for every job and you've run out of like listings, or you've tried every flat that you can find and you've run out, and you've tried to buy a car everywhere and you can't find a car. It feels like there's like a stuck feeling within you. There's more stressful than the actual outside situation. It's something to do with your own thinking. The way you're seeing, something to do with money and value, and what you have and where you're going. And your own condition, I'm hearing, like your own health, your own well-being, your own abilities. I feel like you're more capable than you think. But right now you might be following other people who are not very capable and trying to do what they're doing. Or you might be following what other people told you you're capable of, and they might have told you instructions like, oh, you have to sell your car because you don't have enough to run it. But maybe your car is more valuable to you than your flat. Or maybe you would prefer to just like sleep in your car and have a car. Maybe they can't tell you what's valuable to you. Maybe you don't like having a computer anymore and you don't like a chair and you just don't like anything except your car. In which case that's up to you and it's no one else that can tell you. You might find that trying to do it their way makes you struggle more. I also feel like there may be someone you haven't thought of who can ask you if you need help more than you asking them. Because they kind of know you and they know you're the kind of person who won't ask for help. They might just let you know they're there for you and they're really going to try and help you. But this person might be in need of help themselves. So say they've got their car already and they've got their home. And they've got money in their bank, but it is like just enough for their car and their home. Like they're not like a millionaire who can just, maybe they are, but I feel like for most of you, they're not just like a millionaire who can afford to just buy you everything. But they might be able to afford to just help you out a bit or with a few hours of their time or something like that. And they might not be the most efficient person ever, but they might just be having like a mentally better day than you and they can help you a little bit and just say, oh, it's not that bad. Come on. Like maybe you want to go and see cars with them. They know more about cars than you. And their feeling is like, well, you just need a car for 3 months and this one will run for 3 months. So like, why don't you take it? It's only $100. You can save the rest of your money. Like this person seems like they're just kind of a cool person to hang out with. When you need somebody, and I'm seeing somebody's feeling really overwhelmed and like it's all too much. Like they could just give up, but I'm seeing you have been here before. Like, I feel like you've maybe done this before and you've had this kind of stress before and everything was okay. You've had this feeling of like nothing will ever be okay. And it was okay. And I also feel like you have someone who's like till death do you part. Like a partner, a husband, a wife, someone who's that special to you. And actually, I feel like they will help more than you think, and they do care more than you think. And if you just open up about your little problem, or big problem, or all of the problems, because I feel like there are a lot of problems, there's maybe so many that you don't know where to start. You don't know what to open up about first when you think about opening up. I'm not sure why, but I feel like you might find it easier if you maybe like listen to music. You might find your ideas for how to speak to people will change, like you're listening to lyrics and it changes your tone of voice, even. Like you might just feel different when you listen to something different. And I also feel like you might feel different if you just go outside and look, because I do feel like someone's getting a bit closed, like you're closing yourself off to opportunities. You're not even trying to look at them anymore. You're already thinking, oh, it's no worth in me trying. Like that job will never hire me. Why even bother? Actually, I think you will find something. It just might not be as good as what you wanted. It might be the kind of thing that last month you would have gone, oh no, I'm not trying to live there. Well, no, I'm not trying to do that job. Or, ooh, no, I won't buy that car. But actually, maybe this month or this day, you start considering it like, is that bad? Is it that bad? And I feel like someone has to be careful because you might go back to like a toxic situation that you feel kind of trapped in, or maybe you'll stay trapped in a toxic situation because you just can't imagine what you'd do without someone paying for your car, like paying for your house or something. And I've got really bad anxiety if that's you, because it's like I don't feel like your partner's that bad, but it's kind of toxic because you feel like you're struggling and they're just like struggling with you and they make you struggle more and they kind of contribute to your struggling. It feels like you just can't be happy with them because it's kind of codependent maybe, or it's difficult for you to feel good without them. Like you just don't feel okay. You only feel okay when you're with them, because it's like, I'm not trying to say this in a rude way, but you've learned so much. Like you've been with them for like 10 years and they always do the things like ordering at restaurants or paying the bills. It's not like you've got half a brain, you've got a whole brain. You've got a whole body to use, but you might be not used to using it because someone else is always like, oh, I'll pay, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. And you think, okay, up until this point where you're like, I don't know how to pay a phone bill on my own. And I don't know how to just like call the doctors or make an appointment on my own because they always do it. And it's almost like you're a victim to the fact that they're just like maybe too helpful. Sometimes like they might be paying for everything and doing everything. And you feel like a plastic doll who's just like there and has no character and purpose. Not gonna lie, that doesn't sound like the worst situation ever as long as they're not physically abusive to you. As long as they do seem, I mean, they seem to care from the cards. They seem to care about you more than you think. Maybe if you open up about your feelings, they'll actually care. But you just might be sick of them and it's like kind of like a you thing. Like you internally feel sick of them and you don't like everything. Maybe in a month, if you split up with them, you'd be thinking they were really sweet. But maybe in a month, if you split up with them, you'd be thinking, I'm really glad I got away from that person who was like draining me. So I feel like it's different for different people, but I feel like you know what's valuable for you. And you know what you have and you know what you need to get rid of. It feels like you may have too much stuff. You also know where you're going and it might be somewhere that's not as obvious as you thought. I'm hearing for someone there's somewhere like St. Christopher's Church. And it's somewhere where you can maybe get help. I don't know what it is. It's maybe like a hospice. It's like a charity that helps people. Maybe they give money. Maybe they give free cars or free furniture or free food, or they have something for you. Maybe you're just not noticing that there's something available for you and you need to ask for the help or take the help available to you. I do feel like there's something like a loan that someone can try to get, and it might be the loan for someone in like a hard situation, a difficult situation loan. It could also be like a pawn shop loan. And also, I do feel like for someone it could be like for your car, like you could be lending someone your car for like 6 weeks. Maybe it's just for 6 weeks and they give you money for your car, but it's like enough for you to think, okay, fine, that's just for 6 weeks and they're giving it back at the end of 6 weeks. Maybe even if they did take the car forever, you wouldn't mind. It's like the kind of money that you don't mind losing. Maybe your car's not worth that much. But yeah, I do feel like for someone it's like really stressful if you don't have a car for some reason today. Like for someone you just don't have transport. You end up walking. And you walk and walk and walk and walk, and I feel like you walk until you've got pain in your feet. You might miss an opportunity. It's like a train station where you could have got home from. Or a bus stop or someone's house, like a friend's house. Or you're really hungry and there's like a restaurant, or you you need shoes and there's an affordable shoe shop because your shoes are broken. Just feel like there's options, but you might need more money. And there may be options for how to get more money. And you need to have some exhaustion rest. Like, you're too exhausted to even carry on. And that makes everything feel hopeless. So I feel like you need a rest and you need to just figure out what you're going to do for your own mental health and sanity today. In a not rude way, it's more like, I just feel like you may have like an internal anxiety and problem. And it's not bad to have it, it's more helpful. It's like helping you to figure out who's needy and greedy and asking too much and who's helpful for you and giving a lot and maybe where you are maybe not helping yourself enough. I feel like it's an important time to think about things like that. Anyway, I think that's all for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Virgo. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. From the Black and Gold Edition tarot, you have Two of Swords, the Sun, and the Page of Pentacles. There's something you're working on today that seems like it's got a lot of your focus. At least here and there, you might need moments where you have a break and just try and shut everything off for a minute. I feel like you'd really benefit from some silence. It's good if you have no distractions from entertainment today while you're trying to focus or while you're trying to study or while you're trying to work. Because then you're going to enjoy it more when you turn off everything for the day that you're doing for work and actually enjoy your entertainment time. It's going to feel way more relaxing and way more enjoyable, and you're going to feel much more refreshed for work tomorrow or like the next day or whenever, or today later. It feels like it's a good time for you to say no to what stresses you out and what doesn't feel good for you, and what's just not worth thinking about today, what can be thought about tomorrow instead. It feels good for you to pause and press no panic button or anything, but it's more like pause and just sleep and have a bit of time for yourself. To listen to your own mind, to listen to your own heart, to not stress about things, and then try and wait for the next opportunity to come. Because I feel like tomorrow will be a new day and it'll be really bright. There also might be some good weather today and it might be just a nice game of football I'm hearing on or something like that. And it feels like you can get a lot of work done anyway in between. But take the moments when you actually want to rest and stop trying to focus when you feel like your brain's fried. Because if you've been staring at a screen for like 9 hours, it's not really going to benefit you to just keep working for another 2. You might find it better to just go off for 2 hours, do something fun and relaxing, and then maybe you can finish whatever you were doing once you've had like a 2-hour break. Because it feels like you're maybe hunched over all day working and your eyes are getting tired. And you feel like no more enough is enough at some point. Maybe you go on your lunch break and you have such a great time and you get to see the sun, you get away from like the blue light and you get to just be outside in the fresh air. And it feels like you can get something happier feeling for yourself in the afternoon. It may just be like you get yourself a cake or something simple like that, but it also could be you get some money in your account, like maybe it's payday. And it makes work feel good. Like, oh yeah, I've got money in my account because of this job. Like maybe you're bored of it and you're sick of staring at a screen. You're sick of being bent over doing things like building or farming. When you get the money, it feels like worth it today and worth it in general. I am seeing you're trying to push yourself forwards despite tiredness as well. Like someone you're really tired and it's a nice day. And you want to go out and enjoy yourself and you're kind of trying to tell yourself you should. I feel like maybe for someone you might be in need of just honouring your busy moments and honouring when you don't want to do something and not forcing yourself to have fun when you want to say no. But rather again like waiting for the opportunities that you're actually happy about. Because you might end up with 2 plans for the day. And say you've agreed to do something like go and meet up with a friend who you don't like. And then you've also got an opportunity to meet somebody who's like really attractive and your style and you do really like them. And now you have to cancel on the other person who's like not really a friend, but you're calling them a friend. So I'll say friend, and you feel just like really tired, like, I can't believe I agreed to this after work. Or I can't believe I agreed to this. Maybe as soon as you just let it go and say, I'm just going to decide, I'm making the decision for myself. I'm going to be happy and just say no to the person I don't want to see and see what else I can do with my time. It seems like as soon as you do that, you have a lot more fun. But maybe the other person is having a sad day because they were just like looking forward only to seeing you all day. You shouldn't feel bad, but it's more like maybe just be polite when you let them down. Like, no offense, but I'm just really tired after work and I'm sorry, I've actually got something else that's come up that's really important. You don't even have to tell them why, but I do feel like what you've got that's coming up is more important. It's like saying no to something so you can get something better. That feels really, really, really important to someone. It's like it's okay for you to say no if something's just not right for you. Because it feels like there's something that's way happier that comes in. Throughout the day, even, it's like maybe you get a job offer in the morning and it's really not what you want. It pays too little and it's too far away. You don't even like it and you feel really happy when you just say, no, I don't want to do that. And then maybe within the hour, like between morning and afternoon, you find something else and it actually feels really good for you and it's what you wanted. So it's good that you didn't say yes to the something in the morning because it would have meant you were no longer available for the afternoon thing, like whatever came up in the afternoon. So anyway, I feel like that's it for you. It feels like a good day to enjoy yourself. And something really happy can happen if you just like do your hair and make yourself feel really happy and just go out and smile. But you do seem to be a bit tired. You might need some alone time. Some like meditation and rest before you can even do that. Like you're so tired this morning, you need like a moment to have fun and maybe play some music and walk around a bit and just feel like ready to catch a vibe with people, ready to be out with people. Because you might start the day feeling like creaky and like your bones are tired. Like your back hurts and like you just want to stretch, but you also want to close yourself off to people. Like you might just want to stay in bed for another 4 hours. But you end up going out and greeting the day anyway and having a really great day and finding some money comes or finding a great opportunity comes. Or even finding you meet somebody attractive and you find something else that you need. Like maybe you're just looking for the perfect screwdriver and you find the perfect screwdriver and it's like really basic. But you needed the screwdriver to finish the job at home. And it's really fun to go out and look for one maybe. Like even just like the buying the screwdriver or the shoes is fun today and you can find basic regular things that are just for your health or cleaning and like fun for you. It feels really good energy, like you're in a put basic things first and just get them done and be really good and organized about it and find it like maybe you put music on and you clean your own house on your own and you go for a run and you feel fun about it because it's like sunny and you just feel like, yay, outside sunny, I'm gonna go outside, like it's no longer winter. Or maybe it's like snow day and you go outside, you play in the snow and you have like a really sweet fun moment. And then maybe you find something like a lottery ticket under the snow and think, oh, exciting, yay. And it's just like a really nice day where things can go better. Things go from like mediocre to amazing to more amazing in a way where it's like you have happy feelings, but also the happy feelings come with like, hey, and here's a bonus, and here's some money, and here's like an actual thing to say your happy feelings are justified, rather than you just wake up in a good mood for no reason. It's like there is a reason for your good mood actually, even if at some points there's no reason. And I'm encouraging you to just try and be in a good mood for no reason. Get on with your work because it feels good. It feels like your work is good and you like it. And you have fun at work even, and it feels so easy to just pass the day by. And it feels so fun, and it feels really good, and you love the money you earn. And you love the way the day goes, and you just get really involved in what you're doing and don't even think about, like, who's calling you or who else wants your attention. Like, no, you don't have time to think about that. You're just so absorbed in the work, and you're so productive, and you're so happy. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. And get in touch if you'd like a personal reading. The information will be below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.
This reading is for you if you chose the dictionary. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have the 11th house, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. From the Black and Gold edition, you have the 3 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands reversed. It feels like you're going to get a break from something that felt really hard work or really tiring or really too much on your plate today, and have a more of an exciting view of the future. Your future doesn't just feel like, oh, the same job forever, or I'm going to be stuck with the same situation forever, or like you're going backwards. It more feels like you have an open horizon of possibilities, where the possibilities are kind of endless. There may not be that many right now, and maybe you can't imagine you want to stand around where you are for too long. Maybe you can't really imagine where exactly to go. It feels like there are ships coming in, there are opportunities coming in, and I feel like there's a very important gift or offer that's coming, and it might be from like an association or a company or a person, you know. Could be from someone from the past, or from a friend, or from a family member, from your partner, from your child or your parent or someone like that. But it feels like something you've been grateful for or wishing for or hoping for. And it's maybe something really simple, like a very nice house that you can stay in that's like your friend's house or something like that. Or it may be something very simple like a gift. There's just something really nice. Maybe it's like a blanket and it just makes you feel really soft and warm. Maybe it's like a plane ticket to go and get somewhere you wanted to go. Or a bunch of flowers or something to say congratulations on your new start, or you're moving, or you're leaving your bad job, or your marriage or something. And it feels like there's a gift and well wishes exchanged, and someone cares about you. Someone's going to tell you they care about you today in a sweet message, and it might be from the past, from somebody. It feels like somebody you didn't keep on touch with, like you stayed not committed to them, but you really miss each other. They might always seem new to you, like you might always forget how much you've known this person and how long you've known them for, and they seem like really incredible and like out of your reach and far away and different, and someone to aspire towards spending more time with. But it feels like you actually have quite a lot of memories together that are really special, so it's like they just seem new all the time even though you've known them for ages. And it feels like life is just quite easy today, and you don't have to harm yourself to try and do everything. It feels more easy, and there's like a helping hand. Something just happens really easy. I feel like you might be worrying like, what about this? What am I going to do about this? And someone says, oh, hey, that's a really simple problem actually. It's just one phone call, and then this and this and this, and you phone this person and then this person, and talk to so-and-so, and they'll fix it for you. And you'll think, oh, I can't believe I didn't know that. But you might have someone who's just really helpful for you. It's like you need a washing machine installed, and you've got like maybe you've got a removal person who's like moving your house with you. And the person moving your house has got a degree in like plumbing or something. I know plumbing's not necessarily a degree, but he's got like a plumbing qualification. And you don't know what to do about your washing machine. You really want to do laundry. And he's just like, well, do you know what? I'll just do it for you. Or I've got a mate who can do that for you. It won't take much time. It's not that big of a deal. And it just makes everything seem really easy. Your friend at work just says, oh, don't worry. I've got your coffee already. Don't worry. The meeting notes are already prepared. I know already. I know you haven't been in for a week and you don't know what's going on. You just come back from holiday. It's fine. Don't worry. And it does feel like that kind of energy, like you've got a new kind of beginning. Maybe it's a new job, maybe you just come back from holiday, maybe it's just like a new feeling because you haven't seen this friend for ages, or you're just having one of those days where you wake up in the morning and there's like nothing left from yesterday, or the energy from last year or last January, last decade left over. It feels like you've got a fresh start and a positive outlook, and things are looking good. You might even remember the past with a better view today. And stop stressing about things that you were stressing about for your future, but also
Stop stressing about things from the past you were stressing about. There seems to be something you look forward to, or you did look forward to. Maybe you looked forward to something when you were a child and it's like today you have it. Maybe you don't appreciate it, you maybe just see it as like hard work. It's maybe like being a singer or a rapper or an actor or like an artist, or just even having a job, or even having a place that's your own place. Or like moving out of your parents or something. It feels like there was something that was goals for you. It was like, I wish I could do this. That would be the best ever. And you wished for it and wished for it and wished for it. So much that it made your life better. It was like escapism. You might have even been a partner. You daydream about this partner. They made your life better, like just fantasizing about this really sweet person. It feels like it's maybe time to start allowing it to be a fantasy again. If it's a person, maybe you've just like lost the feeling of sweet specialness. Maybe you still talk to each other all the time, but you're not as committed. But you actually remember a time when it was a dream for you, like if only he would ask me to marry him, or something like that. And it's really sweet if they do come, like that person comes around today and has more commitment for you. But also even just talking to them, I feel like it can be appreciated more, like even if they just say hi and you're not getting married or having a serious commitment. But even just having a little hi message can be just like really exciting, and you have friends and you feel so happy. And you feel lucky that someone thinks, hi, how was your day? I really care about you. By the way, I got you a gift today. Maybe it's the sweetest thing ever. I do feel like someone might have got you a gift. And they want to send it to you, they want to know your address, maybe, so they can post you a gift. It seems not that heavy and not anything to worry about. And I also don't know if you're trying to send something to somebody, but it seems not that heavy and not something to worry about. I also feel like someone might want like a refund or something, but it's like more effort than it's worth to give them a refund or deal with it or something like that. I just feel like it's a bit stressful for you today, but it's lightened because of someone else and assistance that you receive. And it will probably come in the form of electronic message or someone who's like in person with you. Someone who's maybe a neighbour or a local person nearby. I'm not sure if you are trying to move house or something, but I'm seeing someone's maybe doing like a backyard sale because you're trying to lighten up. Maybe you want to move abroad and you've got a safe place to do like a garage sale, and you find it really easier once you don't have all the stuff to take with you for you to just move abroad and live your best life. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.